And welcome back to StSLib. Let's play some more Silent. Greetings. Okay, couple of mediocre options, and one that could be good, which is this one. Lose all gold, choose a rare card to obtain. So if we get something like an adrenaline or a corpse explosion, perhaps this could be basically a run defining. You could also get kind of unlucky there and get some mediocre rare cards, but that's the one starting bonus I see that could be good instead of mediocre. Like I've been saying, I don't usually like boss swaps at all, because it's just so heavily RNG dependent, and I absolutely hate some boss relics. So we could do something like this, maybe. So 2 campfires and 2 elites, possibly even the burning elite here. There's also this path, let's see. This is 3 campfires. Let's mark that in a different color. 3 campfires into 2 elites, that's very safe. So if we get something mediocre, we'll take that one, definitely. And it is more valuable than this red path, I suppose, apart from this possibility of the burning elite here. This path on the left isn't very good. So yeah, it's probably the green path. And we won't be going to a store, since we will lose all of our gold. Okay, after image Envenom Nightmare. So out of, well, at this stage on floor 0, after image I think is the best option here, though we could consider Envenom as long as we can upgrade it. Let's see, what are we fighting? We are fighting the Guardian. So Nightmare can break the run, but it can't break it yet. It should be taken, usually at least. When taken in Act 1 or early Act 2, the Nightmare tends to be basically a curse because it costs just too much to play. Unless you have some very specific set of circumstances that make it valuable, like having multiple adrenalines that you could Nightmare or something like that. So Envenom is also quite costly to play, that is why we need to upgrade it if we take it, but After Image is a very nice defensive power and plays well from the beginning to the end, so I think I'll just take the After Image. And we'll just need to find some damage, hopefully some Shiv'ds, because those play very well with the After Image. Now let's see, do we go here or do we go here? So this path, this green path, is 3 hallway fights, 3 events, and this white path is it the same actually? Yes. No? Yes. It kind of is the same. Whatever. Okay. And we fight the Jawworm. We'll probably end up taking damage in this fight, but let's see. Guess we block here? Unsure, but... Okay, only 2 strikes. 15. Okay, this is enough. Get a dexterity potion. And there's the Shiv'ds. There's also Relic plans though. So yeah, Shiv'ds, very nice. Where Blade Dance specifically is basically one of the best, if not the best, common card for the Silent, especially early on, especially with an After Image. I think I'll take the Blade Dance over the Veiled plans. Which might be a mistake, maybe, I don't know. Golden Idol event. Let's lose some max HP. Right. And I suppose we could go white path. That at least gives us the option of diverging here, if we so desire. So the Blade Dance is basically a block card when you have an after image. And it also deals nice damage. Okay, we are offered outmaneuver, which is way too early. Won't be taking that. Could take a backflip. Could also take a choke. I don't usually like choke at all, but we do have Blade Dance now. So maybe we actually take it. So, bit of a costly card when it costs 2 energy, but I think it's probably a decent pick here. Specifically because we have the Blade Dance already. Let's take it. Okay, puddle of slime goop. Let's gather some gold. Lose 11 hit points. Speaking of slimes, okay, managed to full block this. Not this though. Finisher. Now that's a decent card for Blade Dance to go with. Bouncing Flask is also acceptable, but I'm already doing non-poison things, and I already picked a choke, so I think I'll skip the Bouncing Flask. Don't usually like doing poison builds anyway, though sometimes you kind of have to when the game just offers you poison cards. Dagger Throw also acceptable here. Finisher is sometimes difficult to make use of. Even with a Blade Dance, you ideally want multiple Blade Dances and some card draw and hopefully some energy as well. Let's try the Finisher, I think. And yeah, we can upgrade. So let's upgrade the Blade Dance, I guess. And I suppose the green path is still the best one. Yeah, sure. Get a merchant with another Blade Dance. There's also an Infinite Blades, which I usually don't rate that highly, but here it could actually be good. Also like a card remove. Also like these potions, but we only have 118 gold. Don't want another Finisher. Let's take the Blade Dance. And either a potion or the Infinite Blades. So the Infinite Blades definitely is made better by the after image and the Finisher, so I guess I could take it. Yeah, let's go ahead and take it. When it's on sale, that is. And upgrade the other Blade Dance. Okay. Might want to rest here, just to be safe with this path, but we'll see. And for the chest relic, get a blood vial. We will take that. It heals us a little bit, and we also have all of our strikes still, which means that if we get the vampire event in Act 2, this is a very valuable relic for that specifically. Don't lose any max HP if we have this one. And do we upgrade? We only have one potion. Could also rest for 18. That kind of wastes the rests a little bit. So I think instead we'll upgrade either Neutralize or Finisher here. Let's do Neutralize for a bit of safety. Okay, and we fight the sentries first. Let's play After Image, Infinite Blades and Survivor. And we'll probably be fine here, but this could also be a bit bad. We'll see. Let's attack this one first. Has lower max HP. And we can just block here. I'm pretty sure that's the better option. We could have also used the Dexterity Potion, but let's save that. Okay, that one's dead. Let's go for this one next. Take one. Yeah, Blade Dance Plus with After Image. Very nice little combination there. Let's see what we draw now. Okay, only attacks, but we can block for 3. Would like to get a kunai or a shuriken, or both. Let's see what we get. We get the anchor. 10 block at the start of combat. That's pretty good. Not that useful in Act 1, but in Act 2 and onwards it becomes very nice. And we are offered prepared Cloak and Dagger or Veiled Plans. We will take the Veiled Plans, though we could also consider Cloak and Dagger and upgrading that. Because it generates shifts. But let's take the Veiled Plans. And the anchor already helping us here. So the question is, do we play Choke or After Image? Maybe both. Let's do both. And do we full block? I guess we full block. Finisher hasn't done anything yet. Cunning Potion. Okay, that will help. Generates 3 shift pluses. Okay, we are offered an Acrobatics. That's a nice draw card. Provides some discard synergy possibilities later on. Cloak and Dagger is here as well. But I would take an upgraded Cloak and Dagger, I think, over the Acrobatics, but not an unupgraded one. So let's take the Acrobatics. Next up, Lagavulin. Might need some damage help here, perhaps. We'll see. Maybe I should have... Well, actually, no. I think we're probably gonna be fine. Because we can use the Veiled Plans to keep the Blade Dances until we get Choke or Finisher. And we can also use the Cunning Potion if we so desire. So let's see. Okay, we get the Finisher, but we only have this one Blade Dance. That's a bit awkward. It will deal 5 times 6 though. But I think we'd probably still want to wait instead. Now the question is, do we keep the Finisher or the Blade Dance here? And I think... Well, actually, no. I don't think anything just yet. I need to evaluate the situation a bit. So, Blade Dance goes well with Choke. You can only play a Blade Dance plus a Choke. I guess we keep the Finisher. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So now is our last chance to deal damage to the Lagavulin before it wakes. Okay, we don't get the Blade Dance. Could play Choke, Shiv'd, Finisher. That's a bit of a waste as well. I don't know. We will play the Choke here though. Could just play the Afterimage instead. Let's do that. Keep the Finisher. Okay, Finisher has finally done something. Take 4 damage. Just block here. Actually, don't need to keep a strike there. Okay, seems to have gone painlessly, relatively painlessly. Okay, only smooth stone, 1 more dexterity. Pretty good. Glass Knife, huh? Glass Knife is a nice damage card, but it really wants an upgrade, I think, because 12 times twice is just so much better. Reflex is possibly takeable here, since we already have an Acrobatics and Veiled Plans, but it's a bit early for a Reflex, I think. Masterful Stab could go well with the Finisher and the Choke, and we could even maybe keep it kind of free-ish, since we have the After Image and 1 more Dexterity. But let's just take the Glass Knife here. And fight these 2 bozos next. Should be an easy fight. Try to keep these potions until we really need them. Tactician is here. All out attack is also here, but that card is a bit awkward to use because you can't choose which card it discards. We don't currently have any AoE, but I think this Tactician is still the better choice. It's a bit early for the Tactician as well, like it was for the what is it called? Well, the card we just didn't take that discards. Well, that draws when you discard. However, Tactician is one of my favorite cards on Silent, and if you can make it work, it's going to really pay for itself, so to speak. So let's take the Tactician, and I think we can afford to not rest here with this deck. And let's upgrade, I think, the Glass Knife. The Veiled Plans is a good upgrade, but I want to wait and see if we get the Runic Pyramid offered to us as the boss reward. Finisher is also an acceptable upgrade, and even Acrobatics could be a good upgrade here, because we now have the Tactician. Let's do the Glass Knife for next act. And we might be using even both of these potions here. We'll see how this goes. A bit awkward to have, what is it called? It's not here. What the heck is it called? Bit awkward to have Infinite Blades in play here against the Guardian, because every time we attack we are dealt 4 damage back. So for some turns that might be a liability. Here we just have to take damage. And we won't be playing this Shiv. So we might be using this dexterity potion quite soon, actually. Don't need to use it just yet, though. Let's keep the choke, I guess. Though we could keep the tactician until we draw the acrobatics. Let's keep the choke. Oh, we drew tactician acrobatics anyway. Fine. Let's keep a defend. Don't want to be attacking too much when it is in the sharp hide mode. Could take 2 to deal 12. Seems unnecessary. Right. Nice little finisher here. Seems we will get away with this fight without using any potions. Joke. Okay, is it math time? It might be math time. So this deals 12, and this deals 20 plus 5 times 3 is 35. 35 plus 12 is 47. Okay, that's not enough, if I counted that correctly. So let's not play choke, I guess. Oh, we have glass knife though. Let's see what happens here. But we are not playing the choke. Okay, maybe I should have, I don't know. Maybe I counted that wrong actually. So this is 20. 26. No. Okay, tactician is here. Take 2, it's fine. It's fine. Even if I can't do math, it's fine. Okay, we get a weak potion. I think that's worse than what we have currently. Doppelganger, Nightmare, and Venom. I'm not overly thrilled by any of these. So like I was saying earlier, Nightmare is something that can break the run, but it can't do that yet. So it's basically a curse at this point, unless we draw something very specific while we have the Nightmare and we can afford to also play it. Doppelganger might be okay. And Venom, well, we do have the blade dances, so it could be okay, but it really wants the upgrade. I think we'll take the Envenom, even though I'm not overly thrilled by that. We do need a bit more damage anyway, and that is a way to deal damage. I mean, I would much rather have an Envenom than a choke, for example, but we already have the choke. But at least this can be upgraded to 1 cost. Is there a reason to take Doppelganger though? Only the unupgraded Tactician, maybe. I don't know. Let's take the Envenom. And Boss Relic. Okay, I think this is Coffee Dripper. We have healing in the Blood Vial. It's not much healing, but it's better than these options. And we really would like to have more energy. Could also consider Slaver's Collar, but we might get away with the Coffee Dripper. And also, if we do manage to find the Bite event, then we'll be set very nicely for Act 3 at least. So let's take the Coffee Dripper and hope we get the vampires to appear. So with that in mind, can we get a lot of events here? There's 2 here. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's many events available. There are some. There's also 2 here. And 2 here. Campfires, there's 2 campfires and 2 elites in this path. So, let's look at this white path still. Okay, there's some optionality here. We can skip this elite and go for this instead if we desire so. Something like that. There's also the store. We would like a store. There's also a store here. But this store means that we skip 1 event room, and we would really like to maximize our chances of finding the vampires. However, I do like the store at the end here, so let's take this. Actually, this is a bit risky though, because at the end we do have 2 elites in a row, basically. The store will help in that we will be able to buy potions, for example. It's still a bit risky though. But I think we'll be fine. Probably, hopefully. Let's take this white path, I think. Looters, huh? Is it dexterity potion time? It might be dexterity potion time. We can immediately... Actually, we can't. We already have 1 dex. So it's not dexterity potion time just yet, at least. And I will be using the cunning potion if it means stopping them from getting away or dealing massive damage to us. Right. Guess we keep the dex potion, but probably will be using the cunning potion if needed. Okay, awkward. Cunning potion time, maybe? It might be. Because we want to kill this one now, so it can't deal 14 damage to us. We really don't want to be taking damage here. Because of the Coffee Dripper. But we also want to kill this mugger before it leaves. And let's see. Blocks for 17. So yeah, we'd really like to kill it now before it can gain 17 block. So let's see, 12 plus... Okay, this should kill this mugger. And let's see if the cunning potion is necessary. It probably is. Okay, we can't actually kill it. Kill this looter with this cunning potion, it will deal 18 damage. So I guess I should have actually used the choke on this one and killed this one with these Shiv'ds instead, if we were able to do so. So I might just have gotten too greedy there in trying to preserve our gold situation. Because now we are at approximately half health after the first fight. And that is not a good situation to be in at the start of Act 2 with the Coffee Dripper. And this reward is a skip, though Bane actually. Bane Plus does work well with Envenom, because it will self-apply the poison. I think it's actually a take because of that. Because of the Envenom. Okay, let's take the Bane. Could also consider a Slice, but it's kind of mediocre. And we really want to get rid of these bites, so if we manage to find the vampire event, we will basically get 2 flies with 1 stone, get rid of all of our strikes and get a way to heal. Let's see how much damage we are taking here. Yeah, the after image keeps eluding us in the first turns. Take 5. Still no after image, and Venom won't help here. Might be Cunning Potion time. Okay, it's not needed. Deal enough. And accuracy is here. I don't think Catalyst is a take with this situation, not with just 1 Envenom. But accuracy is good here. We have 2 Blade Dances and we have an Infinite Blades. So let's take the accuracy. And come on bites, come on bites. This is not bites. And also if we take this and we find the bites, then we have kind of wasted this card remove we get from this. Because we are going to be removing a strike here. Unless we actually remove the choke. That is also a possibility. The choke is not very good at the moment. So if I remove the choke, I am basically hoping to get the bites still, and that would be, I mean, that's a bit hopeful, or wishful thinking is the term to use there. But yeah, I don't really think the choke is doing much for us at the moment. Not with Envenom, not with accuracy. Let's remove the choke actually. Kind of weird to be doing this. And this event is... okay... Ritual Dagger. I don't think we want the Ritual Dagger. We would also need to lose 6 HP to get it. That might kill us. Let's just get the gold here. Alright. This is a quite deadly fight. Thankfully we do have the after image and the anchor. Thank you, Tactician. Let's use the Dexterity Potion. I think we have a pretty good chance of finding a new potion after this. But yeah, the way this is going, we might just die pretty early. Definitely can't be taking this elite fight. 30, 36, 42, that is not enough to kill. Let's just do that. Don't need to use the Envenom. Okay, we don't get a potion. So it was a bit wasted to use the dexterity potion there. Didn't really benefit much at all from it, and now we're down a potion. Backstab Plus is quite good here. Calculated Gamble is also pretty good. I mean, usually Calculated Gamble is better than pretty good, but I don't know. We might just want the Backstab Plus just to be a bit more safer in the short term specifically. In the long term the Calculated Gamble is much better, but we are kind of in dire straits here. A little bit. We are fighting the champ. So we would like to have some more scaling somehow. This is not scaling. The Calculated Gamble does work very nicely with Acrobatics and Tactician though. And we can upgrade those, because we get 3 campfires here. Let's take the Calculated Gamble, even though the Backstab Plus might be better here. For the short term specifically. But the Calculated Gamble will enable us to get to well-laid plans, maybe to the Afterimage, maybe to the Envenom, maybe to the Accuracy, when we really so need to do. I hope that was proper English. I think it was understandable at least. Okay, let's upgrade the well-laid plans at this point. Take the event, and this is not an event, this is the snake plant. How unfortunate. We can block though. Now the question is, do we block for 2 or do we play the Infinite Blades? I think we play the Infinite Blades. Gives us a slightly better chance of getting out of here without taking much more damage. And because of this malleable thing here, we are not able to do as much damage as we would like. So each time we deal more damage, it will gain more block. Could actually do something like this. If we draw into the finisher, we deal a lot more damage. Nope. Okay, are we taking damage? Probably. Yeah, we are. Don't really have any block cards apart from the Afterimage. These strikes are a real liability. Okay. So what do? We do have the Cunning Potion. We do have the Cunning Potion. I think it's better to save it as if possible. Awkward. Really awkward. So how much are we taking here if we play the Afterimage? We're taking like, I don't know, 10 plus. I don't think we can kill even with the cunning potion though, can we? Because we are weak. Ouch. We could get lucky and find the waffle here. Here, I mean, this store. Did we see it earlier? I don't know. We might have seen it earlier. I have a vague recollection of seeing it earlier, so maybe I did see it earlier. Also, we might not even get there, so moot point in that case. And you are being really, really rude, snake plant. Six, 4, 4. Okay, we can block here. Okay, get me out of here. Okay, we get the power potion. That might save our life. Endless agony backstab. Let's take an endless agony here. Sadly, we cannot rest. We might need to upgrade the after image to have any chance of survival here. Let's do that, I guess. Yeah, sure. And wing boots. I mean, we'll take those. Will enable us to ignore paths when choosing the next room to travel to 3 times. So we can actually survive this act if we use those, at least. Though I do think we might want to still try this elite. So can we even... Let's see. So if I go here, I would need to go here or here. So the problem with Act 2 is that these hallway fights are basically as deadly, almost as deadly as the elite fights are. So even with the wing boots, I don't know. We'll see. But if we get out of this act somehow, then yes, those will be very nice for Act 3. Okay, so what do we upgrade here? So Envenom is good, Accuracy is good, Calculated Gamble is also good, Acrobatics Tactician might be good, Finisher might be good. Let's do Envenom first, I think. And this event room has apparitions, which we will take. So, because we are down this much HP, we basically need to take these apparitions. They might save our lives in the short term. Well, maybe even in the long term. So, receive 3 apparitions, lose 30 max HP, gain 1 intangible, and exhaust. Right. And let's take this elite fight. It's the Book of Stabbing. Turn 1 isn't a problem. Let's play After Image, Melee Plans and Calculated Gamble here. Let's keep this apparition for later, maybe. Can't keep it with the Retain effect because it will exhaust itself, because it's ethereal. Do we play the Power Potion already? I think we do. I think this is Tools of the Trade. Over 1000 cuts. Okay. just end here. Keep Survivor and Tactician for next turn. We are taking damage. Maybe. No, we're not. We have enough with the shifts, after image, and these block cards. But yeah, we did not find the bites, which means we will be needing to remove these strikes ASAP. Let's play Bane Finisher, I guess. Keep the Infinite Blades. Take 3 damage if we play the Infinite Blades here. We need to take 3. Probably. Yeah, let's do that. Make sure we get enough damage to actually kill this thing. Here's Apparition. Okay, don't need to worry about anything anymore here. Toxic Egg, now that's a good relic. Whenever we add a skill, it is upgraded. And also a flex potion, that is also a very nice potion for us, because we have these blade dance pluses. So we can play a lot of attacks in a single turn, which will maximize this flex potion's effectiveness. The cunning potion in conjunction with the flex potion is also a very nice combination. And we get offered a deflect plus or blur plus. We don't want an unupgraded dagger throw. Blur plus can actually do things here, because we have the after image, we have 1 dexterity from Oddly Smooth Stone, and also because we have these apparitions. So sometimes it will kind of be unnecessary to retain block if we manage to draw one of these apparitions next turn and need to play it anyway. I think this Blur Plus is a pretty good pickup here. And the store has some okay stuff in it, or even pretty good stuff. So there is the Ornamental Fan. 3 attacks results in 4 block for us. Goes very well with shifts. It is very expensive though. The Clockwork Souvenir. Start each combat with 1 artifact. Also a very nice relic. Can save our lives sometimes. And also sometimes will enable us to use... what is it called? Well, the power for silent that grants intangible. So this Clockwork Souvenir artifact would block the negative effect of that power. Of course, that is kind of useless to think about just now, because we don't actually have that power. But that would go very well with these apparitions if we managed to find one. There's also Malaise Plus and Leg Sweep Plus here. So a lot of options. Let's see. We do need to remove a card, I think. We can't afford to keep all of these damn strikes in our deck. They are a huge liability. So yeah, let's remove a strike, which means we won't be taking the ornamental fan or the ink bottle. Goodbye. So here, let's see. We can afford both the leg sweep and the melees, or we can afford the clockwork souvenir and the leg sweep. Don't think we want another accuracy, especially when it is not upgraded. We are fighting the champ. I think we'll do leg sweep plus clockwork souvenir. Sure. And if we get a bad draw order, this elite will kill us. But we do have two very good potions. And a decent deck. So let's see. And we also have the anchor to help on turn 1. It is the 3 slavers. Also, yeah, one thing to consider with this clockwork souvenir is that since we have the flex potion, we can actually use the flex potion and retain all of that strength for the whole fight. If we so choose, I think we probably will here. This is a tough enough fight to warrant something like that. So are we getting through the champ? At the moment. We do have the Envenom. So that would probably be enough to kill the champ. I'll think about that potion. Let's play both of these apparitions here. I think we'll just let this negative effect from this blue slaver be counteracted by this clockwork souvenir instead of using this flex potion now. We are probably gonna be fine here. At least if we don't draw absolute garbage in the next 2 turns. And we can still use the flex potion to create great effect afterwards for 1 turn. Okay, get a couple of key powers in play, but otherwise this turn is kind of bad. We will also be vulnerable from the red slaver. We have 1 apparition left in the deck. We might not get to it. No. Let's see what happens. Okay, we don't have the apparition here. However, with the calculated gamble, we might be able to draw into it. But we will use the flex potion here. Okay, that one's dead. We might not even need the apparition, actually. Let's see, this deal 10 each because of the Envenom. That's 40, that's not enough to kill this slaver. Let's see what we draw. The tactician will also help a little bit. Gain 1 more energy. Okay, we get leg sweep plus and we also get the apparition. So we are fine here. With that in mind, let's go for this Taskmaster instead. And retain the block, I guess. Okay. Good fight. Sadly, our Relic reward is absolute junk. The Bottle Flame is one of the worst relics in the game. You really don't want to usually bottle an attack for the first turn of combat, unless you have something very specific in that department. And here I don't think we do have anything that we'd want to guarantee for the first turn of combat. It's basically just a liability, because you could always, or you'd rather draw something like Violate Plans Plus or after Image is upgraded. Let's not talk about that, but Envenom Plus maybe, or the Calculated Gamble, or sometimes an Apparition, for example. So this would just take one draw from you, basically. We are offered a Violate Plans. Already have one, don't need two. Piercing Veil Plus is pretty good. It's not as good with Apparitions, but it's still quite good. And another Blade Dance Plus, which is excellent. There is the possibility of taking too many Blade Dance Pluses, even in the situation we are currently in, but 3 is not too many. We have the After Image, we have the Envenom, we have the Accuracy. This is an excellent pickup. Okay. And what do we upgrade? An Apparition upgrade is very good here, especially since we have the Violate Plans. Accuracy is okay. Calculated Gamble could be actually quite important. Tactician Acrobatics, kind of a distant second option in comparison, or third option. So I think it's probably an Apparition upgrade here. Specifically because we have the Violate Plans Plus. Yeah, let's upgrade an Apparition. And we might not even play these Blade Dances here, because we want to draw into our good cards, these powers, as soon as possible here. Especially the Violate Plans. What we could do is play this Blade Dance, but not play the Shiv'ds. That gives us more chance to draw into something very nice here. There's also the possibility we draw into these unupgraded Apparitions, and that will waste them, but it's not the biggest deal, I don't think, especially when we can use the Dexterity Potion for added safety in this fight. I think I'll do that. Okay, play this Apparition, play this Blur, play this Infinite Blades. And I guess we play the Neutralize as well. Right. Everything except Envenom is in play. Still no Envenom. Okay, there it is. Let's start the poisoning. That's a lot of damage, but we are alive. Kind of awkward though, since we will have nothing to retain. Okay, let's use this dexterity potion for a bit more safety. Ouch. We are down to 8 hit points now. Just retain that block. Oh yeah, okay. I wasn't paying a lot of attention there, so the champ has now purged everything. But I suspect we are probably going to be fine. Let's see if we can draw into... Nope. We didn't get the finisher there. But with this Apparition Plus and this Leg Sweep Plus, I think we are fine. Okay, we are fine. Kind of a spooky Act 2 there. We still have 4 strikes in our deck, but hopefully not for long. Don't get a potion reward. We get offered a Nightmare Plus this time. That one we might actually take, or probably take. Corpse Explosion Plus also good. Phantasmal Killer Plus also okay, but I think it's not as good as Nightmare Plus or Corpse Explosion Plus here. So now that the Nightmare is upgraded and we have 4 energy thanks to the Coffee Dripper, it becomes very, very good indeed. We also have the Veiled Plans Plus to possibly keep it around, so we can use... Also we have these apparitions. So we can use that Nightmare to create more apparitions, we can use it to create more after images perhaps, or maybe more calculated gambles. So yeah, we'll take the Nightmare Plus here. And Boss Relic is kind of disappointing. This Runic Dome is a huge liability at the moment, because we only have 30 max HP. Tiny House is always kind of bad. I think it should be buffed a little bit, so I think you should be able to upgrade a specific card, maybe even remove one card, instead of gaining the 50 gold or something like that. With that said, we might take a Tiny House here. Ring of the Serpent is okay, I guess. Replaces the Ring of the Snake. So we will draw 1 less at the start of combat, but afterwards we will draw 1 more each turn. So we're not taking Runic Dome with this deck. Just can't afford that, I don't think, not with my skill level. I mean, it's possible to win the run when we take the Runic Dome, but it becomes so much more difficult when we can't know for sure when we should be using these apparitions. So it's between Tiny House and the Ring of the Serpent here. I think it's probably the Tiny House. Partly because we have the Toxic Egg. So if we see skills here, it will be upgraded. We are also down a potion, and we will gain a potion here. It will also raise our max HP by 5, which is actually quite significant when you have 30 max HP. So let's take the Tiny House for once. And okay, Defend is upgraded. That is pretty bad, but we do get a Fruit Juice, so we are now at 40 max HP. And for the card reward, sadly we are not offered very good things. Deflect Plus is probably takeable here, even with the apparitions. Though we would really like to have more card draw. But let's take the Deflect Plus. So if we find more acrobatics, for example, which will be upgraded thanks to the Toxic Egg, this becomes all the better. It also plays kind of well with the after image and the added dexterity from Oddly Smooth Stone. Tiny house. Okay. So we are not doing well, but we are not doing poorly either. We need to take out this Burning Elite. Somehow. And there's 2 stores in this path, so probably don't do that path since we only have 200 gold. So maybe this path is good. There's a store here, yeah, that's good. But yeah, let's see if we can actually get to the Awakened one. Will be a bit spooky if we get that far, because we are relying on, well, at least 3 powers. We can skip the accuracy in that fight. But we will need to play the after image, the Veiled Plans, and most likely the Envenom as well. And events are probably pretty good for us in Act 3, so let's take the events, I guess. Okay. Kind of bad. Turn 2. This finisher does absolutely nothing. And this is also bad. Oh well. This Blood Vial heal is actually quite significant when we only have this amount of max HP, so it's not that bad yet. So what this tells us is that we really want to remove our strikes and that we want more card draw somehow. Reflex Plus. Okay, that is card draw. Sadly, we only have this one acrobatics. But I think we do have the calculated gamble, yeah. Yeah, let's take the Reflex Plus and hopefully get some other ways of discarding stuff. This is a good event for us. We get rid of 1 strike and hopefully get an upgraded skill. Heal Hook. That is not a skill. It is better than a strike though, marginally. We do have the leg sweep plus to actually make it a bit useful. Oh yeah, okay. Apparently I'm not paying any attention to the game, so yeah, we do have the wing boots. Should make some use out of that. So maybe get additional elite. Here? Oh, we can't actually mark because we've already left. Or embarked in Act 3. I think that should be fixed, so it's kind of a bug. But yeah, need to remember we have the wing boots. Okay, these will be upgraded thanks to the Toxic Egg, so I think we'll take these madnesses. Embrace madness. Receive 2 madness. Lose 6 HP. Yeah, okay. So it's a bit of a liability actually, because if we draw something like Madness, Defend, Defend, Strike, Strike, then we are in trouble in that case. But I do like upgraded Madnesses in general. We could also just retrace our steps and lose 2 max HP here. So these become all the better once we get more card draw, if we are able to do so. We still have a long ways to go, so I think we'll take this. Something in you cracks. Okay. Maybe with the Toxic Egg we should have prioritized combats instead of events though. I don't know. Well, this is a combat. Kill the Exploder first, then the Repulsor. Could have maybe killed the Repulsor first, because these dazes will be quite bad. Just don't have the card draw to sufficiently deal with that. As you can see here. Horrible turn, but thankfully neither of them is attacking. Actually, should we target this one with the apparition? Nah, it's fine. Okay, here we can use Nightmare to create, well, not here, but later we can use it to create more apparitions if we so desire. Need to wait for an apparition turn to properly attack the spiker so we don't take huge amount of damage. Just use calculated gamble here. Here's the apparition. Here's also an apparition. Okay, I guess we wait a bit. Want to draw a lot of Shiv'ds or this glass knife when we play this apparition. There we go. Entropic Brew, good find. Now we drink the fruit juice. We are at 40 max HP. Storm of Steel plus, Cloak and Dagger plus. Usually don't like Storm of Steel plus. However, here it might be takeable because we have the Reflex plus and also because we are doing Shiv'd stuff. But I think we'll still take the Cloak and Dagger plus here instead. Yeah. Can't really make much use out of the wing boots, I don't think. It's sad. I think we want this event because of the possibility of getting the Mind Bloom or perhaps the 2-Orb Walker event. There is an argument to be made for these hallway fights being better because we have the wing, not the wing, the Toxic Egg. And also because we really are kind of desperate for more discard effects. let's take this event. Okay, it is a hallway fight. It is quite a nasty hallway fight. We do have the leg sweep and the after image and the anchor. So, and also the deflect plus here. So we are full blocking so far. And here we get the apparition. We are still full blocking. And yeah, these madnesses might have been a mistake. So far they haven't really helped at all. Oh, you are angry, aren't you? We do have the Nightmare Apparition combination here. There we go. Do I need to use one just now? We don't have well-laid plans in place, so we might even want to use all three now. Probably do, actually. That should buy us buy us enough time. Let's see. Okay, play this, play that, heal that, heal this. There we go, and skill potion. Don't want that. However, prepared plus, now that we want. We would also like a backflip plus, but prepared plus to go along with the reflex plus and the tactician. Now that can actually do some real work. And let us upgrade either the acrobatics, the tactician, or the calculated gamble, I think. Though these apparition upgrades are also extremely good. So where we are going, we really would need to rely on these discard synergies, I think. So yeah, the apparition upgrades might be better. Especially since we have the well-laid plans and the Nightmare Plus. Tough choices. Kind of tough choices. So I think we'll try to fight as many elites as possible here. It might be a bit suicidal, but I think we'll probably be fine. Or at least that will give us the best chance of actually beating the run. Because if we get a good relic, like the kunai, like the calipers, like the shuriken, for example, that could be the difference in this run, winning or losing. But what will facilitate taking on more elites the most? Probably actually the apparitions, yeah. So as much as I would like to upgrade these 3 discard synergy cards, I think we should upgrade the apparition instead. Take an elite fight here. Reptomancer, huh? This might go well, this might go badly, let's see. will be using potions probably. Yeah, let's use a cunning potion immediately to get rid of one of these. Also use this entropic brew. Save these for next turn, I guess. Don't want these daggers around, making wounds and dealing huge amounts of damage. So, if we draw badly next turn, we might just die. So something like 3 strikes and 2 defense, we're dead. Unless Swift Potion can save us. So this is a situation that demonstrates why it's so important to remove these starting cards from your deck. Okay, we get Nightmare Apparition, so we should be fine. A bit of a shame it's not an upgraded apparition, but still. Could also use this Swift Potion immediately. Let's actually do that, I think. Okay. I don't think that actually helps us. Unless we also use the Flex Potion and kill every single dagger now. Because we don't have well-laid plans in place, so we can't keep these blade dances. Also, Reptomancer is summoning even more daggers here. Okay, let's Nightmare the Apparition. And I'm considering skipping this apparition in favor or in lieu of dealing damage to these daggers. Which might require Flex Potion, but does it though? I don't think it does actually. Or does it? So we need to kill this one if we don't play the apparition, and we will have enough damage for at least one dagger afterwards. But will we have enough for 2 without the potion is the question here. We could also use the Flex Potion to deal a decent amount of damage perhaps to the Reptomancer. Awkward. Awkward situation. I think we don't use this Flex Potion yet, so we play the Apparition, kill one of these daggers instead of this dagger so we don't get a wound. And just deal with what comes afterwards. Oh. Okay. So we can't play the finisher if we do that though. We only have 2 energy. Damn you, Reptomancer, why are you so annoying? Why is this so difficult? Okay, let's play the Apparition. Not sure if that's the correct choice or not, but... And we have enough damage for... How many? Or how much, rather. Well, we can kill this one, which has more HP. And deal damage to this one in advance. Or is that actually necessary? It isn't, because we don't need to kill it next turn, because we get those apparitions added by the Nightmare. So let's deal 4 damage to the Reptomancer, I guess. Okay, Well-Laid Plans has arrived. We also have, or will have, a lot of wounds in our discard pile, which might hurt us quite a bit, perhaps. So there's a wound, there's a wound. Right, but we can finally start dealing damage. Okay, now we'd like to kill these daggers, if possible. We are intangible for 1 more turn, so if we calculated gamble here, that could go badly, actually. Annoying situation once again. Can kill one of them with strikes. Okay, let's do that, I guess. Let's play this apparition now. Can't make more copies anyway. Guess we kill these daggers instead of going for the Reptomancer, though. Is that actually what we want to do? Intangible for 1 more turn. Well, this turn. So next turn will be taking damage unless we get to the apparition. The 1 remaining apparition. I think we kill these daggers just to be safe here. Let's continue to keep these. Okay. And once again we have an apparition to go along with calculated gamble, so I don't think we want to calculated gamble still. Let's instead deal damage and apply weak. Keep the apparition and the reflex, because we have the prepared here. Okay. Should be fine now. Just kill the Reptomancer. We don't need to worry about these daggers anymore. So we can keep the apparition if we kill 1 of them. So I guess we'll kill 1. Just kill the Reptomancer here. Ancient Potion is kind of useful, especially if we manage to keep it all the way to the hard fight. can block the vulnerable from that. And Predator, Cloak and Dagger plus well-laid plans. If we had more energy, this Predator could be decent because of the draw effect. Cloak and Dagger plus is always takeable in this kind of situation, of course. Let's take the Cloak and Dagger. Okay, Warpaint upgrades the Tactician. That will help us. And with the Wing Boots, now we could jump to this campfire, this store or this event room, and still get to the Burning Elite afterwards. Let's see. I could also just go to the Burning Elite and jump here afterwards, deal with this elite, jump back here, and then go to the store. If I jump here, I have to jump back, so that's 2 jumps, so I can't do that other thing then. If I jump to the store, that's actually okay. I can remove a card, which will help quite a bit. You can also see some upgraded skill cards on sale. And if we don't have money, we can skip this final store. Go here or here. So that does spend one Wing Boot charge. Maybe we should have started here. With the Wing Boots, that might have been better. So the thing with doing this is that we also have a guaranteed store in Act 4, and we are not that rich. So if we spend money here, it's quite likely that we don't want to go to this store, at least, and we will have very little money for the final store. However, I think this deck does need some help to actually beat the bosses of Act 3. Let's just take the combat here, I think. Transient, huh? I think we just calculated gamble here. Yeah, we do. Okay. So we had 2 apparitions. They are now in the discard pile. And now we cannot use Nightmare on an apparition either. So we might just die to the Transient, depending on what we draw next turn. Yeah, this is not good. So first turn we maybe should have played both of the apparitions just to have the next turn be intangible, which is this turn. So yeah, we are not quite dead, but we are taking a lot. What about now, though? Well, not good. Let's use this flex potion, I guess. And since it is now active for the whole fight, I think we'll probably make it out of this alive. This is why having a bottled well-laid plans would be so helpful, so you don't bottom deck it. And this tactician and this reflex is not doing anything for us at the moment. Oh well. Okay, we are alive. Get a block potion. 3 pretty good card rewards. It's probably the backflip here because we are desperate for more card draw. But I would really like to have a footwork or a piercing well as well. So because of the madnesses, because we want to draw into important powers early, because we want to maximize our the possibility of getting the prepared along with either the reflex or the tactician plus, I think we should take the backflip plus here instead of the footwork, for example. So block-wise we are doing okay-ish. Yeah, let's take the backflip plus, though the piercing well, not having a piercing well could possibly kill us in the hard fight. If we get that far, which we might not. But let's take the backflip plus here. Okay, nunchaku would have been nice, but we have to take the sapphire key. And Burning Elite is a regenerating nemesis. Depending on the draw order, this could go quite well or quite badly. Keep this apparition here, I guess, in case we draw into well-laid plans plus when we play acrobatics. Nope. Let's use blur. We could also use the apparition now so that we would have more block for next turn. That might be a good idea. Because if we get attacked by the big attack next turn and we don't draw another apparition or some way of dealing with that, like the neutralize plus, then we are taking a lot of damage. So let's play the apparition here. Okay, it is the big attack. So it seems I made the right call there, though we do get the neutralize as well. So questionable. We could use Nightmare on Glass Knife Plus if we want to. Deals okay damage. We could also use it on Neutralize Plus maybe. We can't keep it anyway, because we don't have well-laid plans in play. I guess Neutralize Plus is okay. Guarantees the Nemesis will be weak for basically the whole combat. Yeah, probably. Probably. Okay, it's doing the multi-attack. We are once again bottom decking well plans. So if we use the block potion that saves 7 health, probably not worth it. But we are in dire straits. Maybe use it now if necessary. Blocks for 14 more 27. We'll take 5 more. Awkward once again. Okay, let's use it. We can die next turn if we draw badly. So I'm considering taking 1 damage here to keep this 1 unupgraded defend. And that will also help with the calculated gamble actually. Weird situation. Let's keep it. Okay, we are not being attacked. Right. And here we can use calculated gamble with both the reflex and tactician plus. Get a very nice finisher. Six times 16 plus the poison. Get finished. Okay. Bottled tornado. This will help immensely. We can now guarantee Violet Plans Plus is in our starting hand. We are down to 7 hit points though. So we might die. Leg Speed Plus is offered to us once again, which I think we'll skip. It's kind of costly to play. We already have one. And the rest of this is absolute garbage. So, yeah. So maybe this Leg Speed Plus could be useful sometimes. It would guarantee that whatever enemy we are facing, it would be weakened for basically the whole fight. However, I don't think we want it, because it just costs too much to play and we already have one, so yeah, let's skip it. Okay, and now, yeah, we can do that. So we could jump here for an upgrade. What is our upgrade? It's probably calculated gamble. That makes for a very good nightmare target as well. So jump here, fight this elite, jump here, go to the store. Is probably our plan. We also need to recall for a final key. Let's actually do that now. Fight this elite here. The giant head will hopefully be okay. With the well-laid plans, with the apparitions, and with the nightmare, I think we'll be fine. Just calculated gamble already. Try to draw into our other powers. The Envenom, the Infinite Blades, the accuracy. Okay. Let's keep one Shiv and this apparition. This zero cost apparition plus will make an excellent nightmare target. And here we go. Nightmare that. Be nice to have Envenom Plus in play. That is basically at least 50% of our damage probably in a fight like this. Unless we draw the finisher with a boatload of shifts. Okay. Still can full block. Don't need to use these apparitions just yet. Though they do cost 0, so we could just use a lot of them in a row. So we can't keep more than 2 anyway, so let's use them. Every single one. And hopefully that's enough turns to actually kill this thing. Keep the finisher and the cloak and dagger. Yeah, I agree. Let's not use acrobatics here, let's instead play the blade dance and the bane and the finisher. Six times 8. And it should be dead. Meal ticket. Okay, a little bit of healing. Might actually make a difference because of our hit point situation. Another tactician plus, huh? So I am tempted by that. We still would like to have way more discard effects though. Bane and Sneaky Strike are absolute. Well, don't want them. Was considering using a swear there, but I didn't. Good for me. So it's kind of ambitious to take this Tactician Plus here. With the well-laid plans plus bottled, though, it could be fine. Even if we don't find more discard effects soon. So we'd really like to find more acrobatics or calculated gambles or prepared. This store might have something for us, as might this elite. I should probably skip it, but I am really tempted to take it. It's just having too many of those things that you need to discard while not being able to discard them, that can kill you. That is the issue here. We can upgrade Calculated Gamble now. At this final campfire though. Yeah, so if we were able to find one more acrobatics or one more calculated gamble or one more prepared, then having this would definitely help. But it won't be necessary for Act 4 if we make it that far, and that's a pretty big if actually. So I think it's a skip. But I am not entirely sure if that's correct. But I will skip it. Let's go here. Fight Nemesis again. Get the key powers in play immediately. Nightmare is here, but there's nothing good to Nightmare. Also, we are almost at least taking damage. We do have Deflect, After Image and Blade Dances though. Okay, full blocking. And now Nightmare costs 0. And we can Nightmare the Apparition Plus again. Which we most likely will. But maybe not just yet. Okay, having another Tactician Plus in this specific situation might have been good. Though we did kind of run out of discard effects, so maybe not. Anyway, let's Nightmare the Apparition Plus here. Deal a good amount of damage. Keep these 2 apparitions as well. Though maybe that was a mistake, because we can't play 5 apparitions in one turn. Even if we wanted to. We can play 4 though. Yeah, let's do that. So, yeah. Okay. Nemesis has been defeated once again. Though he doesn't know it yet. Horncleat. Okay. Will help us at the start of second turn gain 14 block. This will not help us. I don't think we want a Phantasmal Killer, since while it does boost our damage quite a bit, it doesn't do anything else, and at the moment we'd really like to have card draw and discard effects instead, and we don't really need more damage, do we? It's still worth considering, especially when it's upgraded. It might be okay, but it might also be unnecessary. Well, completely unnecessary, that is. It will boost Shiv'd damage quite a lot when they're boosted by accuracy as well, though. But yeah, unsure if that is the correct choice here instead of skipping. I mean, it will also boost finisher damage if we manage to do 2 blade dances and the finisher while under this effect. I would be more inclined to take it if we had gotten rid of all of these strikes. So it's probably unnecessary. And it will delay us getting to the more important cards sometimes. But once again, I'm a bit unsure if I'm making the right call here. So, yeah. The poison is really the main damage we deal. I think we skip it. Okay, let's go to the store. If we were better off in this specific situation, I might go for this combat instead, because we get the guaranteed store in next act. But at the very least, we can get 2 card removes by going to 2 stores, as long as we don't spend our money on something else. And also, yeah, we have the meal ticket, so... Orrery is here. Now, Orrery with the Toxic Egg. That is very good indeed. There is also a calculated gamble plus here. It seems I'm probably made the right choice. Let's see what the Orrery has for us. Backflip plus. We'll just take that instantaneously. Next reward is probably a skip though. Could maybe consider Sucker Punch plus, but with apparitions and 2 good ways of dealing weakness anyway, I don't think it's a take here. Okay, this is kind of bad. Don't want another accuracy, I don't think, especially going into the Awakened one. And Riddle with Holes would be good if it costed less energy. But with 2 energy cost, it's not good. Okay, either a backflip plus or a blade dance plus here. Probably a backflip plus. And this one is also not good. Eviscerate, worth considering, yeah, but I don't think it's very good here. Even though it sometimes is quite effective. I think it's a bit late for it. And we would like to have more discard effects. Let's take this backflip plus for even more card draw. Probably skip all of the rest. Technically Predator is also card draw, but it's also costly card draw, so I think that's a skip. This calculated gamble, however, is not a skip. And a card remove is good. And we are at 86 gold. So if we want to do anything at the final store, we should stop now. We could get the Piercing Well Plus here or a potion, but I think we should probably save the gold. However, we don't have any Piercing Wells yet, and for the Awakened one, that could really save our lives. At the very least, when it gets down to 0 hit points and goes to phase 2, we can remove the strength it has gained by playing the piercing well during that turn. So with that in mind, we should probably actually take it and not have gold for the final store, which we might not get to anyway. Okay, I have convinced myself, so let's do that. And just to spend this final wing boots charge, let's go here. And upgrade. I think now we upgrade the final calculated, or the first calculated gamble. Or even the acrobatics. The apparition upgrade is also good, but we already have 2 of them upgraded, so that's probably enough. Let's upgrade the calculated gamble. With this reflex plus and this tactician plus, I think that will pay off. And the awakened one might kill us. We will be playing every power except maybe the accuracy, because we absolutely need all of them. Last time with the silent we did die to the awakened one in a bit of a similar circumstance, where we just had to play all the powers basically, and that boosted its damage so far that we were unable to survive. Does happen sometimes. Keep these 2. The Horn Cleat will help us during this turn. So we might want to use the apparition anyway. Get Envenom in play. Kill the cultist helpers first. So an apparition only saves 9 health, which means it's probably not worth it to use one here. So yeah, okay, let's not use one. And I think we'll only keep one apparition with us for now. Okay, do need to use the apparition here. Let's use calculated gamble, see what we get. We have reflex and tactician in hand. Skip this neutralize. With 2 calculated gambles and some backflips, this does have the potential to get very silly. If I had known we get another calculated gamble plus, we should have probably, or I should have probably taken this the other tactician plus we were offered. But we do have also these madnesses. Oh well. I think I made the right call in skipping that. The other tactician plus when it was offered. Oh yeah, this infinite blades, I think we'll skip that. Don't want awakened one to gain even more strength, we can skip it. Cultists are now dead. So ideally we also might want to save the nightmare for one of these, well, this upgraded apparition here. However, we could also consider nightmaring calculated gamble. If we had the other tactician, that would definitely be the play. But even without the other tactician plus, it might still be the correct choice here. I don't want to think too long about that though. This run has been very long by now already. If I make the right or the incorrect choice rather here, that could kill us though. With the Piercing Veil Plus and the amount of block we are generating, I think we are probably fine nightmaring the calculated gamble. Let's hope that is the case. We also have these backflips to help with the card draw. Here, let's see. We might not need to play this unupgraded apparition with the leg sweep. We don't want to use the Piercing Veil Plus yet. We are saving it for when the Awakened one dies for the first time. Okay, 40. Okay, I think we want to use the apparition here. So I might have made a mistake in believing that calculated gambles are enough. Let's use one anyway. I predict we'll get out of this fight, but I might be wrong with that assessment. If we get to phase 2, I think we are completely fine, at least. The Blur Plus will also help with that endeavor. Having calipers would also be very nice here, but of course that is something that happens very rarely. Okay, we are nearly at Tactician Plus again. Let's draw even nearer. Okay, we got both Tactician and Reflex, but we don't have another calculated gamble yet. Probably don't need to use this apparition here. Yeah, we don't. Do want to be careful to not kill it before we get to Piercing Veil, though, so once we get near to that point, we need to make sure we keep the Piercing Veil. With the calculated gambles, it should be fairly easy to draw back into it, though. We want to use one here. We could get to Blur Plus, for example. Let's use one. And we do get to the Blur Plus. Or the finisher. That's 60 damage. Or 66. Is that too much? That might be too much for our Piercing Veil plan. Let's just use the blur. Try to do this relatively safely. Once again we blur. Okay. So we should be fine now. Let's play Bane. And draw into... No, let's play this Blade Dance as well. Okay, there's the Piercing Well. Can we deal enough damage now, though? I think we can. Yeah, we can. So now we play the Piercing Well, and this added strength will magically go away. It's just magic. And do we keep the backflip or the calculated gamble? Let's keep the backflip. And as you can see, the Awakened One does not have the added strength anymore. We can now play the rest of these powers as well. Unless we desire to block instead of using this apparition. Which we probably do, actually. Or we can do this. And this. And well, this first. Okay. So the only problem from here on out is that the Awakened One will add statuses. I forget what they're called, but anyway. So ideally we'd like to kill before we get bogged down by those statuses. I mean, they do exhaust, but still they take energy away from us. This is probably fine. Okay. Let's play this neutralize. I do love my discard synergy decks. This isn't the best one I've had by a long shot, but this is working kind of. It will be way more difficult in the hard fight if we get that far because of the added statuses. And because we can't buy anything in the store either. And now, yeah, we have one of these voids. So need to be a little bit careful from here on out. We might want to keep this Apparition Plus in our hand, for example. And I guess we will. But yeah, simple fight from here on out. We don't need to worry about any of our relics being on a correct number, which is one of the most annoying parts of StSLib. Just play this apparition there. But if we get a Time Eater for the next fight, we might be dead. I mean, we could also die to Dono and Deka, I suppose, but Time Eater will definitely be more difficult. It is the Time Eater. So this will be very tough. Once again, the Piercing Well Plus might help us in the same manner, so Time Eater also can be tricked by playing the Piercing Well at the moment it decides that it has had enough. We might even skip this Infinite Blades though, that's probably a mistake. Need to be careful about how many cards we play against the Time Eater. Let's play the Infinite Blades, at least we won't draw back into it. And Time Eater is another fight where using the Nightmare on a calculated gamble might not pay off, because the Time Eater will add a lot of slimes into the deck. So at the moment I'm very unsure if we'll be able to defeat the Time Eater or not. We will give it our best shot, of course. So here we do draw the Nightmare. Sometimes it's also correct to Nightmare a prepared plus. But in this situation I don't think it is. Or probably isn't. So it's probably just the Apparition plus here. If we had taken those early Nightmares that we were offered, we would be in better shape had we made it this far. Because we could Nightmare the Nightmare and make infinite apparitions, or we could Nightmare apparition just that many times more. But I think we still made the correct choice back then, because it was not guaranteed we'd make it this far. We could also Nightmare Blur. I have had successful runs with doing that. It is upgraded. We do have 1 dexterity. That could be better. Sometimes at least it is better. But yeah, it's a tough call. So doing the Nightmare on the Blurs will last us longer for this fight. So 3 Apparition pluses or 3 Blur pluses. I mean, definitely the Apparitions are going to save us in the next, let's say, 5 to 10 turns. But if this fight goes on longer, which it probably will, the Blur Plus might be better. I would definitely do that if I had some form of added dexterity gain. But we do not. And we could also Nightmare the Envenom. Possibly. That might be the best option, actually. However, it's kind of difficult to accomplish when we don't have Envenom in our hand yet. We could just keep the Nightmare and Apparition for now and decide later. I think we'll do that. Hmm. Okay, still no Envenom. Backflip could get to it, maybe. Not this time. Get rid of this Endless Agonies, get rid of this Shiv'd. Yeah, I think I like Nightmaring the Envenom. But it might be necessary to Nightmare the Apparition very soon so that we don't die. This leg sweep is now 0 cost. That could actually be a Nightmare target as well. I think that's actually better than the Apparition at least, because when it's 0 cost and blocks for 15 and applies 3 weak, that is going to keep us alive for a long time. I think we'll do that. And we have to basically hope that we have enough damage with just one Envenom. We probably will. So a bit of an unorthodox choice, which was facilitated by these these madnesses. And sadly, yeah, we don't have calipers, so gaining more block here is going to do nothing for us. Don't want to play too many cards when we don't have the Envenom in play anyway. Okay, kind of an awkward situation here. We also don't want to play the Piercing Well yet. So let's do that. And I don't think we need to keep the Piercing Well just yet. Let's instead keep 2 Apparitions. Might use one here. Not this one. Unless we use Calculated Gamble here, which I don't think we want to do before we've played one. So we'll draw 6. Let's try to get to the Envenom and Accuracy. It's a bit of a risk leaving these Apparitions behind. It actually is quite a big risk, perhaps. If we are getting attacked next turn, I don't think we'll die because it's weakened, so... Okay. And we do get the Envenom thanks to the heal hook. Get that in play. Get the Accuracy in play. Keep these. Shifts against the Time Eater is always, well, nearly always a challenge. Because we need to be really careful about how many cards we play. Here, for example, is kind of an awkward situation. Let's play this Defend. And play this Calculated Gamble, I guess. That leaves 2 of these Shifts behind. Which is bad, but the alternative is worse, I think. Would really like to have Blur Plus here. But oh well. Get rid of the slime, perhaps? Yeah. We're definitely keeping... This is actually difficult. Do we want to keep Backflip plus Prepared, or perhaps Blade Dance plus one of these cards here? We do need to start dealing damage. We don't have other discard effects in our draw pile apart from one calculated gamble, so I think it's prepare plus blade dance. Though I could see the correct answer being backflip plus prepared. Next turn might hurt. And it is attacking, but we do draw the leg sweeps. So let's deal damage. Yeah, awkward. So, unless we play 2 cards here, we can only play 2 cards next turn. Really awkward. I guess we should play 2 then. Oh man. Okay. Something like this. Okay, so this is why we did buy the piercing well. Hopefully we can use the same tactic as with the last fight. It's getting dangerous here. We do have 2 apparition pluses still. Okay, we can probably block this without using the apparition if we use the calculated gamble, that is. Need to get rid of these Shiv'ds. Also need to deal damage, of course. Yeah. Okay. So maybe blur plus apparition, perhaps. Don't want to be taking a lot of damage here. This blocks for 10. We would take less than 10. We can take that. Maybe we just play blur plus glass knife here. Take damage. We will heal some hit points going into the next act. And we are kind of in a rush to get to the piercing well, so we can't actually play the glass knife here. We are getting too close to the halfway point. We might not even get to the piercing well anyway. Calculated gamble will help. I need to keep the calculated gamble for my plan to work. So playing an apparition blocks for how much exactly? 7. 7 block, huh? I don't think that's a worthy trade. It can save our life later on. So maybe we keep calculated gamble and 1 apparition. Or maybe we keep calculated gamble and tactician. Yeah, it's not worth blocking for 7. So let's end turn. Keep this and I guess this. Okay. Probably have to play this apparition now. 15. And we need to draw into the Piercing Well Plus to make the next phase possible to deal with. Might still die. Thanks in part to all of these slimes. Let's try to get to the Piercing Well. Nope. So we can't deal damage here because we are just not ready for it to purge everything. So let's just end turn, I guess. Oh man. So probably have to play this apparition here. That's our last one. Because we didn't use Nightmare on it. Let's see if we can draw into what we need here. So far, no. And now we have a choice for our final two cards. Either we block, which won't deal damage, which is why we would block, or we deal damage and it will next turn go into the purging effect slash healing effect. No, it's going to do it anyway. Never mind. So we deal damage here. And hopefully we can draw into the Piercing Well now. We are unable to do so. Which means we might be dead. And there's really no point playing anything here because we can't deal enough damage. We don't benefit from block. Okay, so now it's a race against time. Pun unintended. But I think we are going to die. These leg sweep pluses just won't block for enough. Not with it having 12 strength. So I messed this up slash got unlucky. Well. Foolish! Foolish! I know. I am very foolish. Yeah, having one more nightmare could have, well, would have saved us this fight. Or maybe I should have nightmared the Blur Plus. Or maybe I should have just nightmared the apparitions like usual. No point attacking here. The only point in blocking is to use Blur's effect. Let's get rid of a slime, I guess. See what this draws. There you are, Piercing Well. So if I play Blur now, there is the faint possibility of drawing it next turn again. Which means I can play these leg sweeps. I guess we'll do that. Okay, at least we can block here. Need to get that poison on it. So I guess we play a strike. As silly as that is. And we keep either Piercing Well or Leg Sweep along with the Blade Dance. I guess the Piercing Well is better. We have 3 Leg Sweeps here. So here we could use it. And we will. We'll also need to... Oh, yeah. Okay, so we also messed up the time warp effect. We will only have 2 cards for next turn. So we might be dead. We might be dead. Don't want to play this because of this effect. So we need the Time Eater to not attack us. Okay, we are dead. Fair enough. Fair enough. So I probably made a mistake, or even multiple mistakes here, but yeah, Time Eater with Shiv'd, that's very, very difficult. But yeah, there's nothing I can do here. Hiya! Take that! Vanquished. Okay, so yeah. This run was relatively difficult. And yeah, we did succumb to the Time Eater. Needed just a little bit more. Maybe I should have taken an earlier Nightmare. Or maybe I should have taken that second Tactician Plus. Or maybe I should have tried to Nightmare the Envenom Plus in that last fight. A lot of things we could have done differently. But this is the result. Which is defeat. And the Silent is now 1 win and 2 losses. So the Ironclad is doing the best. The Defect still at 0 wins. Either we've been getting very unlucky with the Defect, or I'm just very bad at playing the Defect. Or both. Both are possible. But yeah, next time will be the Defect once again. And this time, well, that time, let's hope we can actually accomplish something other than defeat. At least get to Act 3 with the Defect. I don't think we've done that yet, which is kind of sad. Or maybe we got there once. I can't remember. Anyway, this was a long one and kind of a disappointing one. I did do my best, but maybe my best just wasn't good enough. That's kind of Sean Connery's line in The Rock, Michael Bay's best film. So go ahead and watch that if you haven't seen it. You'll realize what I meant with that quote. Anyway, thanks for watching this very long failure, kind of a failure episode. And I'll see you next time for the Defect. Thanks for watching and see you then.